Hi, my name is Amabel Perez, and today I'll be presenting on our phage. So, our phage is called the bombshell, and basically, throughout this process, we've learned a lot since this phage is actually unknown, or well, it is known. Many people have annotated, but it is still being processed. And throughout this process, we use multiple different websites and programs to try and help us understand or better understand the reasoning through this phage, or the reasoning why this phage has this gene or DNA sequence and all that. Little fun facts is that this bombshell phage was found in 2016 by Megan Perez and Marissa Torzen. I don't know if I'm saying that name right. I'm sorry if I'm butchering it, but it was found by those two women, and it and it's still not 100% reliable. Not reliable, but it's still not 100% published because there's still multiple unknowns that I will get into as we go on. So we did use multiple programs and websites. The first website that we used was phagesdb.org, and that website we used to actually receive the FASTA file, which is the DNA or the genes from the phage, and there was 85 genes in total. 85 genes, those are a lot of genes to annotate, and so me and my partner, we decided to basically split them so that we could easily figure them out. But then we quickly realized that the bottom half is way more difficult than the top half, so we decided to work on them together. And we also used DNA Master, which is after we download the FAFSA files, we put it into DNA Master, and then we open up DNA Master and we annotate them through that program, and we actually receive this other annotation and start and end sites. We also had a confusion on starting and end sites because there were multiple of them throughout the whole process. We had different start and end sites from DNA Master. We had different end sites from the gene markers that we received from phagesdb, and we also had different start and end sites from this other website called Phimerator, which is basically a image of the gene itself, an image of the DNA sequence of all the genes put into one. And so we decided to put those all in our spreadsheet, which actually confused us a bit, but I believe that actually helped us consider which one should be the start and which one should be the end, because we could see all the different opinions and we could actually for ourselves give our own opinion and also compare it to other people's and so on. So we used DNA Master, we used the Phimerator, we used phagesdb.org, we also used DNA Blast and Protein Blast because we also wanted to see which other genes or phages or anything else that was similar to that one gene that we were trying to figure out. And we also used this other website that's called HHPred, which from genes 1 through 30 gave us a lot of information and it was consistent. But after 30, which starts from 31 through 85, it was a bit confusing because there was multiple unknown function or uncharacterized protein, which we didn't know what to make of it. And so throughout the process, we actually decided to put in the functions that we received, but they were still not concrete because also the e-value that was given was higher than it should have been, which actually makes us not be confident about this function. So even if we received a function, we weren't sure about it because of how high the e-value and the length of the target length that was actually given to us. Some of them had 20, some of them had 100, some of them had 80. There was too small to actually be consistent. It was too small of a basically. It was just too small. And there was also another gene that we were very confused about, which was gene 34. That gene, me and my partner, we decided to delete it because that was actually added by someone else. It wasn't actually in the phage when it was first discovered. It was added by someone else, but we decided to delete it because it is right on top of gene 35, which that makes no sense. So we deleted it, which actually changed. On top of having different start and end sites, we also had to have in consideration how we removed one, which basically moved all our gene numbers up and move the numbers forward or move them backwards. It was a whole confusion that we had, but somehow we did it. And so that is what we actually found out about this phage. And to conclude, really, we actually decided to conclude, we decided to delete a gene. There was more than 60% of the gene was actually reversed, which we had no idea if that was even possible, since most of the genes that we've worked with is actually moving forward, not reversed. So we were actually questioning that. And we also found out that most of the functions that we found are not reliable. And to acknowledge, I like to acknowledge the professors and the TA, because without them, I feel like we would be very confused and lost because of all the different numbers, all the different things that we had to go through with this. And all these different, also I would like to acknowledge all these different websites that we actually got all this information from, which is the Famirator, HHPred, Blast, phages, and the rest. Okay. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. That'll be it.